Morning everybody, and how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business in Mansfield called The Flower Patch. I hope you had all a good day yesterday and enjoyed watching me do the pink wreath. I'm now considering doing one in ice blue or in a lilac or maybe just in gold. I can't stop myself now. I've done the pink one. I just can't, I've just geared myself up to do all different other colours as well. So let's look forward to doing that. Anyway, today we are going to do this. This is just a woven basket that I brought. They're not expensive, and I thought, why not let's sit something in. You usually see these on your tables, and you perhaps put candle in the centre or even a bouquet of flowers, as they sat flat. I thought, let's get it up on the, stand and have the flowers in here and perhaps some coming out of this handle here, what's open. I've put in some oasis and I've attached some moss around. As you can see, there's moss underneath where I've gone all the way around. I've cut out the circle shape, to go with the shape of the actual tray. I've already prepared a bow. I thought, let's get the bow on first, because I thought, we're going to do blues. I do like to see blues, and I thought, yeah, why not? So, before we start, we're going to go through what we're going to use. I've got out some more of my oddments, which I still need to use up before I start the fresh stems. And I thought with the white, that would look lovely, against this brown basket, the natural colour, and it may, it'll set it off. I've also got some long stemmed boxwood, which is really airy, and I thought we could have bits of those as well placed about. Maybe not many, but we may incorporate some of those. Now, I've got out this crocodile fern, which I got from the company Leaf. I thought maybe one stem at the bottom, or coming out here, or maybe one sat inside there. Thought that would be nice to use that. I've also got just some of my oddments of my wispy bits from the vine that I thought could also come out of the top, and maybe some at the side as well. I've got out my beautiful rubbery light textured fern, the rubbery texture, and from also the company called Leaf, that I absolutely adore. And also, as you can see, this great big bundle of all the leaves with the little pods on the top. I thought I may use some green ones to add those in also. Oh, I've got a grass here. Oh, I'll just put that in. So that's for our greenery. For our floral, I've decided that I'm going to use these beautiful, beautiful blue cosmos. I love them. I've got cosmos on my garden, but in a chocolate colour, and they are divine. So I thought, let's get some of those in. I've also taken out 2 stems of blue delphinium, and I thought we could perhaps, put one here and one slightly lower here, going through the top there. I won't be having them that long. The 90 centimetres, that's a bit too high. And I've also thought, well, as I was going through, let's get some wild daisies. And with those being quite airy as well, I thought we could add those in. Maybe probably shorter here at the sides coming out, or just one, a few sitting below, or maybe inside of the tray. And I thought, well, I've got a little bunch of these. Instead of using again the fresh stem, I thought I'd get our beautiful blue ranunculus. I adore ranunculus. It's a pity I can't grow it on my garden. I don't think I've got any more room to put anything, but I love ranunculus. And I thought, with a little bluey grey texture, let's get some pussy willow out and just add that as a different texture to the arrangement. And I thought, well, let's get some white, and we need some white to, you know, show it off. So I've decided to get our white delphiniums out, not delphiniums, sorry, dahlias. And I may put just 1 or 3. I don't want a lot of those, but I've had to use a fresh stem because I've run out of my oddments. And then I thought, well, doing blue, I've got like a blue, this is more like a turquoise tealy colour, but I thought that would look lovely. Let's get a few feathers in. And I thought they would also, again, add a different texture, and maybe I could just stick them to the side. Who knows? My mind changes again, like I say, like the weather. And of course, you guessed it. I have these virtually in everything I do. I just have to, because they're not big, they're not, you know, bold. They just sit there, you know, little tiny calla lilies, and with them being bouncy and airy, they add a lot of movement to any displays that you do. So that's what we've got today. So let's move this down. I don't know how big this will turn out, but you know me, guys, I'm all for big and airy. So I thought, let's do it. I think, let's see how big the actual tray is. It is only 12 inches in diameter. Yeah, all the way around it's 12 inches. So it's not big, but I can make it big. So let's get on with it. Let me move my scissors because I don't want to be using those. Right, first of all, let's add in our ficus. My delivery on the ficus has come. I may get disturbed today because I've got another delivery. I think it's my 17 bunches of conifer that's arriving. They did say before Friday, so fingers crossed. So I may have to pause, but I will come back. Right, I'm going to manoeuvre the stem. I'm not just going to keep it upright. And I think I just want one tall one sitting here at the back, just to give it that height, and also adding into the foliage coming down at the back of the tray as well. So let's just cut that at an angle and place it in. And let's just be careful so I don't get no glue actually on the back of the tray, because you don't want to see dried glue. So that's how we're going to stand that. I hope this is in view. Oh, and a welcome to all the new subscribers. Gosh, here we go. Again, why is it every time I do a video I always mess up either at the beginning or in places throughout? Never mind, I'm only human. But yes, overnight I've had 5 new subscribers when I woke up this morning. So welcome to you all. I hope you're going to enjoy all the videos. I think I've got around 70 videos now. So people think that I might, well, my sister said, gosh, you're surely going to run out of ideas. But trust me, you don't. You really, really don't. So I will come up with anything, absolutely anything. So with this one, I want to place here, because I do want to show the greenery around the back. And we'll get this one and through this side. There. If you've got enough room and you can, you know, position things, let's put some here, through the actual basket itself, so it looks like it's also incorporated in through the basket, you know, that may, you know, that would look lovely as well. I've not got too many gaps that I can do that, but if I find some, then I'm going to give it a go. You know me, guys. As I say here, in for a penny, in for a pound. So let's have a look for another nice, there we go, that's a nice piece. And I'm going to do the same on the opposite side. And I'm also going to place that. just there. And again, you can, you know, with them being wired, manoeuvre them. So you can see how where the boundary now is starting to form. And I do want a few little bits probably coming down from the bottom. So let me look for my smaller pieces like this. Again, I do save, oh my good gracious me, it's on my mat. Let me quick, oh, this is what happens if you don't take it off straight away. It's very hard to get off. So that's my second mistake this morning. And we're going to have one there. Let's see if I can find another one. It doesn't have to just be two, you know, just 3 leaves like that. I can have, you know, more on that side. You know, that's the natural look that you know, you'd see even in your own garden. And I don't mind if they, you know, just hang down. I don't want them exact opposite, you know, I do want just to slightly off, you know, bring one further down than the other, because we can put other things here, you know, as well. So I'm going to hold back on the ficus for the moment. If I feel like I need to add a few more, you know, as we go through, then I will. I've lost my rubber band for it. Oh, it's here. And I've just found a moss pin on my table. I know I'm very tidy, but I didn't see that. So we'll keep those there, you know, in case I want to use them again. And now I'm going to add in the boxwood. And this again, because it's very airy, I could bring this just here so it can stick out, or maybe manipulate it so it just slightly bends over, so it looks like it's hanging down from here, which I think looks quite nice. Again, I'm not putting too much glue on, because with me having moss, if you tend to put too much on, it will catch onto the moss first before it actually goes into your oasis, and then you won't have a lot, you know, and you'll spot the dry glue on the top. Just lift it slightly a bit more. Let's cut that one off. And I had a private message from a young lady, Julie, in Bristol, in the UK. Oh, Julie, thank you so much for your really, really nice, kind words. You are such a sweet woman. And also, thank you for showing me your pictures of the traditional wreath and also the photo frame that I did a few weeks back. I know you've not quite completed them, but what you have done is fabulous. You have really got the eye of placing, and your bows were beautiful. Really, really beautiful. You are doing a wonderful job. You know, never doubt, even anybody, never doubt yourselves, because as I said to Julie, you take the first steps. You can't go backwards when you take the first step. You can only keep climbing the ladder upwards. And the more you practice, the better you came. Trust me, I felt, you know, sometimes exactly the same when I first started. Oh, why doesn't mine look like this? But then I had to take into consideration they've been doing it years. I hadn't. I just started out. So, you know, at the end of the day, you are doing wonderful. I loved them. And I showed my husband, and he had a lovely smile on his face and said, oh, they're pretty. So Julie, it's not just me who thinks it, it's my husband who isn't a florist, and he thought they was lovely too. So well done you. And also those bits, Julie, that you showed me, the photos that you went to a charity shop. Like I suggested, you can get bargains from charity shops to make all different arrangements. And those what you brought, oh, they was beautiful. I love the little owl. But I must admit, I do like the one with the silver bit at the top. Now, my mind would have gone, oh, when I saw that, images in my head started straight away. What I could have done with that. Oh, you lucky lady for finding that. So, keep going, everybody. You're all wonderful at what you do. Like I say, you can only keep climbing the ladder. That's how I had to learn. And everybody else as well. So, I think that may be a bit too long. So, you're all wonderful people. So I'm just going to get just a couple of these boxwood, just the single stems that are on their own. I'm going to place them either side of my bow on each side here. I was sat up till about 1 o'clock last night, just researching. And trust me, it can take... Once I start, I forget the time. And then when I just looked up, I thought, oh, I'll make myself a cup of coffee. I looked at the clock, oh no, I won't, I'll go to bed. It was, yeah. So everybody was snoring in bed apart from me because I was busy researching. Right, we won't use no more of the boxwood because we've got plenty of our others. So I want to take a crocodile fern. And what I want to do with this, these also push up as well. So you can have, you know, place them in any position you like. I like when I'm putting them on the side to bunch them all up to the top. And I want to place a couple there. And maybe, you know, I may want one just sitting there in the centre as well. So we're going to place the two, first of all, on the edges, on the sides. Let's see where I want to position. Right, so it's going to go just here. So that leans at the side of our bow. I think these are wonderful. And they always have that little, like a white, dusty effect on them. And it really sets them off. And again, I'm going to put this one here. And then just manipulate it over. And because I've just noticed on here that I've got the odd stem, that's on the last one, where there's just a couple on. They may look lovely, but instead, just seeping at the top there, I've got another one I've spotted. I think it's the centre of the stems that are just where there's two on. But use them, everyone, because they also give off a different look instead of the whole bunch. And I'm going to place that one leaning just slightly at an angle, just coming over here. I'm going to place that one behind this fireplace and have that leaning like that. I don't think I want one at the bottom because they are quite bulky, so we'll put those on the floor. Oh, and Jenny, I think it was Jenny. Sorry if I can't remember. I know it was a lady who emailed me also last night and said, my clothes are wonderful. Thank you, but I've not really, I don't follow the fashion. I just buy what I like if I spot something. But thank you very much, you know, that's very sweet of you. when I was younger, I used to always follow the fashion, always follow it. But as you know, I mean, I'm 53 now, so I haven't got to prove anything to anybody. So I just buy what I like. I'm one of these, if you know, I like it. That's all that matters. That's the attitude I have. So, but thank you anyway. That's really sweet of you. I don't even really notice what I'm putting on myself. I just, you know, go in my wardrobe, think, yeah, that will do, and that's it. I don't think about it. But yeah, that's very sweet. Right, now we have, like I say, these. Let me just see what I can do if I bring it in and place it there. You see, it's also giving us greenery in at the back of the tray as well. So I'm not 100% sure. So I know I'm going to put one at the bottom of the bow, but not that long. Let me keep that long one out a minute. Let's see what other sizes, because I've got small and, oh, I think I've just pulled one off. All different lengths, so, oh gosh. Yeah, I did. I pulled one off. So, yeah, I'm going to put one under there. In the centre. So that's just hanging and giving it a different, you know, look. Yeah, I'm only going to put one there. Then this is where I start debating. Or actually, I could just sit one here by itself. In the centre. Just slightly leaning out, not too much, because I don't want it to, you know, take over. Because we also have got the florals. Do I add the odd one? No. No, I'm doubting it. So as I, you know, my saying, if in doubt, leave it out. I'll sort that one in a while. Well, my choir night tonight. Really, really looking forward to it. Let's see, the green grass with the buds on. Gosh, these are all, I've got bunches of different colours with their own band around, but then placed in one big band. Let's see. Oops, a daisy. No, not there. Let's see if it looks okay behind the ficus. Oh, I don't know. I'm leaving those out also. Gosh, this is what it does to me, guys. Now I know for definite I'm going to be putting these in. I'm going to have some tall. I'm going to put a couple in the centre. Oh, that's come off. I'll glue that in. I was going through some of my oddments as well after the video, and I caught up with those 2 orders, and I was putting picks on a lot of my offcuts. Thought, let's get picks on them instead of keeping them in the box. So I think it took me about an hour. But it's all fun, like this one. This was an oddment without a stem, so I put picks on it. I Again, like I say, oh, don't throw them away. You can do exactly what I did. Attach a pick. Well, let's see if that's glued in now. Attach a pick and then you can reuse it. Let's just slightly manoeuvre that around. I think I may want one at the bottom. I do like my ferns. I think out of all my greenery, the ferns are my favourites. I may now have to put another one on this side to balance it out. So let's just grab another one. Again, I don't want a long one. I say that and then it goes in and then it's quite long. But then I still like it. There we go, so that's more balanced. So let me just have a quick look from the view I'm doing. Do I add? Let's see. Yeah. Just cutting the stem slightly shorter. I'm going to place this here. Let me just grab another one. Let's push it slightly further down. Yeah. So I'm not going to add in no more fern or wispy bits. Right, let me get our pussy willow. Gosh, these stems are long. I say that, I've just pulled one out what's not. Take that off. I just want to add these just as a different texture, you know, just something different. And plus the little furry bits are like a bluey grey and I think they look wonderful. So let's just add some of these at the front, not always at the back. Is that a spare one? Do you ever get the feeling where you just don't want to unravel, you know, take the band off because you know it's, sometimes it may be hard. So, then we'll have this one. Up here. And I may put a little one there, so I may cut a tiny bit off. Let's have a look. Or have we got a tiny one? Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'll cut that on there. Now I'm just going to bend it so it doesn't look too straight. In fact, I'll put that there. And I'll just slightly bend the top bit, coming out like that. So I don't want none of those, no more of those in. I think I may put our feathers in a bit nearer to the end, you know, because again, I don't want them hidden. It's just to add another little bit of texture, a little bit more fun. So let's put those there. Right, delphiniums, let's get those in. With them being tall, take the tag off. And again, I'm putting these at the back, so I'm going to take off quite a lot from the 90 centimetres. I've took off 15 inches because look, even with those, they are still tall. So I may end up taking slightly more off. Let me take the leaves off at the bottom. I will check those, what they're like. Oh no, they're fine. So I'll save those. Just cut these prongs off where they came from. Let's have a look concerning. I'm just measuring it at the side where my oasis is, how tall it's going to get. Now I need to take some more off, guys. And again, yeah, that's better. So in fact, where's the other one? We'll measure it and take the same amount off. So in fact, in total, I've taken off 12 inches. Oh, that's a lot. Take the tag off of this one as well. And they also, again, will cut off the leaves at the bottom. When I used to do fresh bouquets or anything like that, or arrangements, when I was taught, I was always taught, if you do, especially if you're doing a bouquet, well, if your hand is placed there on a stem and there's foliage here, take it off, because up to your wrist, your hand at least, that will be sat in water. So if they're sat in water, then they're going to start forming bacteria, and the water will be horrible, and it won't be good for your plants. And it's true. It's very, very true. Right, so let's get these big, heavy delphiniums, and I'm going to go through. Oops, I've just caught a leaf. That's clumsy of me. I'll sort that out in a moment. And just fluff the flowers up, what have come through underneath. Right, where's that? Here we go. They're quite easy, the glue, to get off of the ficus. If not, then I tend to just take it off. In fact, I will. I'm going to take it off. So that's my silly fold. So because I've got one there, I'm going to put one at the side of it on the opposite side. So let me look at it from my view, so I don't get any more leaves, glue on any leaves. Let's move them out of the way. There we go. And you don't have to have them upright, you know, you can part them. Just fluff them up again, the flowers that have come from underneath. So then that's the look that you have. So that's all I'm putting in of those. So we'll get our cosmos. I'll cut that stem. I may put 5 in. Let me start off with 3. I'm not going to put these leaves in. I've checked them before, and they do fray. So they will be coming off and being put in the bin. As I say, if you keep anything like that on, it does devalue the look. And also, you know, if customers spot it, they don't think that they're getting the value for the money when they see things like that. Right. My cosmos on my garden just doesn't sit straight like that at all. they go from this angle up to this angle, even leaning towards the ground. So I'm going to place that like that in a more natural look. Let me just take this bit off. Well, I did go and pop down yesterday and go and see my son on this charity exercise bike. He did 22 kilometres. Him and his boss was seeing who could do the most. Well, when his boss did his first, he says, he was like, oh, I've done 21 kilometres. So my son, Jordan, was determined to do at least 1 kilometre more than him. And he did. And he let his boss know as well. So I got down there. I thought, well, they said it'll take him about 2 hours. So I thought, well, I'll get down there for the last half an hour to the point where I can see where he's absolutely sweating. I got there, he'd finished. He just stood there, and I heard one of his colleagues say, is that your mum? He said, yeah. And I went up, I said, haven't you done it yet? And he says, I finished. Well, that was it then. I said, right then, see ya. And then I went back home. I thought, well, I'm not staying. I've only come to see my son. And I'm not going to stay if he's finished it to watch the last staff member doing it. So I came home. And my son followed me quite shortly after. So I'm putting these now, the Cosmos. I'm going to bring them slightly forward, as I say, give it that natural look. And again, bend this one. And it doesn't mean to say because I've got 2 on this side that I must have 2 on this side. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to place 1. Again, to give it that different movement and have it slightly coming out from the side. And maybe at a lower angle from the height, from what they are. So that's how we have it. Let me just have a look. Yes. So we'll keep them aside. I've also got some wild poppies in here as well. I've just only noticed. I'll put the bigger heads in shortly. I do want to use the ranunculus, and I really want these round here because they're not a long stem. So I'm placing these so we've got a bit of colour also coming from the front. I'm just leaning over. And again, all I do is just, if I get a straight one, I just grab hold of a stem and I just basically twist and then go back up and then just give it a bend. I don't do a sharp bend because then, it doesn't look, natural. You can always alter it if you think it's too much, that you've bent it too much. And then I'm going to put 1 on the opposite. Let me just turn it, guys. Here we go. My terrible left side. And I think with these, oh, I might put 1 in the middle. Oh, I'm terrible for putting things in the centre. Let me just place this one in. Yeah, I am. I'm terrible. I just love it to see something in the centre of the bow instead of the bow just looking like it's by itself and there's nothing, coming away from it. Now let me just take the head off. Gosh, these are glued on well. I don't think I can at the moment. Yes, that's going in the centre. So I'm just going to use my scorer to go around the stem because I don't want to dip it in and then it gets all on the petals. And I'm putting some right at the top of the neck as well, so that also attaches to the ribbon. And I'm just going to open that. Oh yes. Look, isn't that wonderful? Oh, I get excited over anything, me. Right, we do have our wild daisies. Now these leaves also, I think, yeah, they thread. What a shame. So we don't want those leaves. In fact, I'm going to take them off all, even if I don't use them. And also cut the prongs off. I think even though you have beautiful flowers, you know, when you order them, whoever makes them, I think they should take that into consideration. You know, I know that sounds like I'm picking fault, but you know, I guess I'm not just by myself on that. I think that the people, like I say, who make them should consider the quality of the flower, and I think they should take in consideration of the foliage attached to it as well. That's my opinion. You know, there may be some people out there who agree. Now, do I put that in as one bunch? Let me just bring it round and show you. Now that looks nice. Or do I bring it to the back as one bunch? I may bring it to the back actually. So I'm going to cut this. And let me just place it. I will push it down so it will end up about here. Or is that too much? Yeah, it's too much. You can't see. So let's hold on to those. Let's start putting some of our dahlias in. These are big. Well, not as big as the black ones. But we need something, you know, just to take it off. I'm not going to put too many in. I may put one there. Wonder if they've got a smaller one. Yeah, here's a smaller one. One over that side. And again, I don't want a really big one. There's a big head one. Oh, here she is. One moment, guys. Sorry about that, everybody. Yes, it was my parcel. Here they all are. Well, some are on the floor, but here's some of them, all my conifers. So I'm going to have to put those away. And I've only just found out, after over a year of talking to my delivery lady who always brings my flower stuff, that she's the daughter of my mum's friend. Oh my good gracious me, it's a small world. So we've just been chatting away. We've just had a few minutes, so sorry about that. But let's get back to it. And I've just caught myself on my fence and made myself itch. Right, this is where we said we're going to place them. So let's get them in. Oh, it's lovely outside. Unfortunately, I've got things to do. So I'm going to bring this one further down. Did I take? I can't remember if I took. Let me just check these leaves. Oh no, I think they're all right. Did I take? Yeah, it's the other ones. Oh, you see, I've lost myself now. Yeah, they're all right. I've lost myself where I've got to. Wow. I'm going to lean that slightly forward so it's not flat up against here. We want to give it that bit of movement. So we're going to bring the head forward. And we're going to place this one as well, just at a slightly different height. There we go. In between the height of those. So there's our triangle. Again, you don't have to have them flush exact across. You can have them, you know, slightly offset. That makes it look more natural. So I'm not going to put none of those in now because with them being big. So let's try and put some of my favourites. Oh, so let's just see. Yes. So you know what? I think they look lovely when they come away from the side of it. Anything, whether it be a bouquet, a wreath, or even this, or an arrange of table centerpiece. I think they look lovely when they're on the side. It's just the movement gives it that natural movement, as well as adding lovely, you know, a lovely colour and texture. Oh, let me take the band off. Again, I can't seem to take things out properly. One's come apart, so I'm not going to use that. Oh my gosh, I think they're all coming apart. Oh, I've got myself all in a tether now. Right, let's get these back together. Start with that one. So flower. If you ever got purchased any of these and you've just done what I've done, it's flower, leaf, flower. I think, yeah, and then your bud. I like that. And again on this, let's get that one on. Oh, it's here. So again, like flower, then your leaf, your flower, a leaf again, and then your bud. I did have a bud, where's it gone? Oh, well, I've got a little bowl here with spare ones on, so we're sparing, so we'll grab one from there. You watch, I'll find it, guys, when I've finished. Oh, I have, it's here, look. Oh, how daft. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We may not even put all 5 in. Let's get this clean and get the plastic off. I'm going to place this one under this dahlia here. Again, just coming out. See this space here? This is where I want to put something in. You know, it needs something in. And I don't know whether to put a rose in, just on its own. And I do feel something else different needs to go here. Or I might actually put like a duck egg hydrangea, just to give it a different, slight different colour. Oh, I could put those in there actually. Oh, I still do definitely need something with the delphinium, because it just still looks slightly, you know, by themselves. Oh, we've got plenty of gap, but the reason I've put moss on is because if I don't decide to fill it, then at least my oasis is definitely covered. Oh, let's just have a look. I don't think I need that there, so no, I'm not going to put no more in. That's very unlike me, but it doesn't matter. So we've got 2 longer ones. Let's have a look if I put one there. I'm just going to turn it a moment, everybody. That's going to go there for definitely. Oops. See, these are very fine wire inside. Sometimes they can be hard to manipulate because they bounce back up. Yes, I'm going to do that. I do have another 2. I could pair those to make it slightly thicker. I don't know. I quite like the look how it's just quite plain there. In fact, I might put let's do that. I'm going to put some tape around these and a bit of a stem because they're not very strong at all. But I've just tried to push them in. The stem started to bend, so we're going to attach a pick. With the pick, we'll get the green out because it had a green stem on it, so we'll match the colour of the stem. Let me just turn that back round so you can still see. So at least it's got some strength and we know it's going to sit correctly, because if you look, you can't, when you try and bend it, as soon as it goes in, it bends like that. So we need that support. I'm going to cut a bit of this off because it looks a bit untidy at the bottom. Let me bring. I've ordered some more picks, even though I've got all these. I look at them there and I think, well, they're not going to really last me long. There's probably about 500 in there, 400 to 500. But I know they won't last me long. I like to at least have between 500 and 1,000 spare, you know, in my storage to fall back on. Oh, that one's okay, so we'll glue that one in. We're going to place that just there to give it that lovely fluffy extra texture. Let's take this one out and put a pick on that as well. Right, so now at least now I know, peace of mind for myself as well as the customer, that they are sturdy and they aren't going to go anywhere. So we're going to place one here. And I can't remember, did I say here? Yes. So we'll cut those as well slightly. I'm just going to bring it here. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the opposite side. I'm just going to turn it around, everybody. See, now that's bothering me because I can see the stem and there's nothing in front to hide it. So I am going to be placing something in front to hide that bareness of that stem. See if I can bring it in a bit more, in fact. I still need something there. Yes, if you can see, guys, the stem here, because it's an eye view and you can see it straight through, and I don't like that. That's just my opinion. So to put something there to hide that, I may put a flower or something. Oops. I'm just going to see what other, oh gosh, I'm standing on all the conifers. Now let me just stand from a side and look. Yeah, there's a big gap in the centre. Now that really needs to be filled as well. So, in fact, no, I'm going to put some ficus there. I really am. I'm going to put the ficus there because it's got several leaves on. I don't want to get a new stem out of anything else. So we're going to place ficus in, and that's going to cover, hopefully, or is it? Because it's quite airy. Oh, guys. Just bear with me, everybody. Oh, what a tough decision when you're looking at all of them. I know. I know, it's just popped into my head. I'm going to put some of these in because they're big and bold. They're going to hide it. There's some in here are off cuts. Let's just see how these are. Because these have got white in as well, like the ficus. Yes. So I only want 2. See you later. Have a good day at work. So yes, we're going to place those in. That's my youngest son off to work again till 8:30 tonight. Right, let's see. So I'm going to place that. So we can still see the feather. I want to still be able to see the feather. You know, but I just want to hide that stem because that will play on my mind and I won't be happy with it. And I always say if I'm not happy, then the customer won't be happy. Yeah, that's much better. And do the same on here. There. Right, as I've said, as I look back, there is a massive gap here and I don't like that. Even though I said you don't have to fill it all, I just don't like that. That's too much of a gap. So I did say that I may get a rose. Oh, I've got different ones. I've got to try and be careful concerning the colours. I do have, and I'll show you the different coloured roses that I have. In blue, that's a royal blue. See, they're nice, but they may be too big. Or, and then right, I'm going to bring several things out to show you. Right, I've got my duck egg hydrangea. I could place one in there, or I've got this like a duck egg coloured big rose. That's a beautiful colour. Just to give it a slight different colour. Right, and with these, I'll take 2 out. I've got 2 different types of roses. The 2 different shades of blue. One, that royal blue, that navy blue. So I've got 2 of those, and well, several of those in each different shades. And I've also got a baby blue rose. So I've got all different shades of roses. I just need to pick the right one. I think if I put this in, it'd be too big. And it'll hide the bow, so we won't put those in. I don't think with these, I do a darker one may set it off. Let me just, let me bend this and have a look. In fact, I'm just going to sit that there, place it there. Get another one. And then that one there. And then one more here. So let me turn that around, guys, and I'm going to walk over to where you're facing. Then there's that one there. It's going to have to be some greenery. I don't want to overdo it with the blue roses or anything. I'm going to place them there, but as we had these earlier, just to give it a different, I may put a few of those there. I know with this, is it with that one? No, this one, that's going up here, like that. So that's what I'm going to do with that. I've made my mind up with that one. But I do have some like a, oh, and like a grey blue as well. I forgot about those. Wonder if, no, I don't want to put no more roses in. I'm not going to overpower it, because by overpowering it, you're going to take the look away. So, take that out. Because they're airy, let's just, I will position these proper. And I'm going to come back around, everybody. One. Yeah. And then I'm going to excuse my head. This is where I start to place things. So there's one missing here. Even though, oh, I've put some. Place that there. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So let me get rid of all of this. That's all sitting with me, because I keep looking at those. Get rid of those as well. Let me just check. What do we? No. Yeah, I'm keeping it like that. I'm not going to change my mind. As soon as I change my mind, then I may end up altering something else. So I don't want those either. So they can go back. Sometimes, even though they've got some really nice, you know, different shaped foliage, wispy bits, they're not always, you know, will look nice in it. Put those up there because we're saving those. Yeah, they don't always tend to look nice. So let me take the roses out, because we've still got to want to be able to see the bow. And fluff it up. So I'm going to place that one there. Let's just trim a little bit off. So that one's going to go there. And we've got another one here. I'll turn it around once I've put these in, guys. I just want to make sure I've got the correct balance and placement as well. Now that one, did I glue that one in or not? No. Same with this. I do tend to stand back a lot when I'm doing things, especially on my easel. If it's flat, you know, you can tend to get a view of it better while it's flat and it's underneath your head. But when it's on the easel, so let's now take that. Let's get the big one in first. These have got thorns on. So if I'm going to place that, oh, I'm going to cut it. And then I'm just going to see. Yes. So let me get this in as well. Or should I place it behind here? I'm going to stick these in and then I'll face it round and I will glue them in. Like I say, I'm just doing the placements. Cut that one down. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to come back round because now I've took them out, they're in a different position. Right, that blue one on the top, underneath the top dahlia is too far to your right as you're looking at it, so it's not making it look balanced. So that needs to come directly underneath the top dahlia. So I think I glued that one in. No. So that will come under, as we said, underneath the top of this dahlia in the centre. I'm going to cut this shorter. And these are going in between our calla lilies. And they're going to act some of it as depth, because I always do like to have depth. And that one's going to sit here. Right, let me turn it towards you again, everybody. Sorry that I keep coming out, but I'm very picky of placements. Now, that, as we can see, it was hanging really low. I wanted it the similar position to that up here. So I'm going to maneuver, replace that. So, other than that, I don't know about the top rows. I think that may be too high. I think that just has to go above the top of the dahlia, because I can see the stem of it. And the only way that I could disguise that is by using a tall fern to hide that. So, or I could use something different and put one of my conifers in. I wonder if they would look nice. Just for that different texture. Yes. I could see it straight away. Something's needed around here. I don't like seeing too much of a stem. So I think, that's what you tend to spot as soon as, like when I came to where you lot would be looking at it, I spotted it immediately before even looking at any of these. So if I spot it, customers will spot it. And so always stand back and have a look. If you've got a stem, just put, whether it just be a bit of foliage in front to take that, away from people's eye drawing into it. So first of all, because this is now on a pick, I'm going to bend it slightly more. If I bend those, I will sort that out. Right, let me get my tape measure. This is where I become very picky. I'm going to measure the length of it. 23 centimetres. I knew something weren't right. I just could see it. Now I'm going to come and have a look that I have positioned it correctly. In fact, I may bring those two down, but they're both in at the same position at 23 centimetres. So because they look like they've got wings and there's a gap here, I'm going to bring them down. I'll just bend them on the, I think that may look slightly better. Sorry that I keep coming back and forth, everybody. You know what? This is going to irritate me if I don't fill it in. It needs to be filled. So I'm going to put conifers in there as well. What about here? So, first of all, again, let me get an extra stem on this and place it for the height in front of that rose, because that will, honestly everybody, that will irritate me. And that's just doing it from my professional eye and experience. I don't like that showing. I know you can see it on here, on this cosmos, but we have got the fern here, you know, just sitting around it. But here we've got nothing. And I need to get that away from looking bare. So let's see the transformation by just putting a bit of greenery in. Got a bit of glue on it. So if you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one of the tricks or the tip, because I can still slightly see it. I'm going to put a bit of glue on the stem of the rose and attach that piece of conifer to it. Better turn it around. Can't see. Let me just put a little bit more on. And that is going to cover what was irritating me. And let's just now, let me stand back here. Something's still not right. Let me now place in. There we go. The ficus always comes to the help. It's a wonderful thing. There we have it. Can you see how much better it looks without that base stem? And that would have played on my mind, and I just wouldn't put it up for sale, because it, not when it's doing, you know, making me or irritating me. So let me see with this now, because I've got like that. I could put that there and bring them further down. So 2 conifers again, just to give it that also that different movement at the bottom. So I'm going to go under. To fill in the bottom. And I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. And I'm going to come in now. What can I just place there? Yes. Sorry guys, I go quiet, especially when I'm really deep, especially when I'm deeply concentrating. And it's because I'm too much of a perfectionist, but I think of my customers' needs. You know, if I could spot something, I know I'm a professional and I've got trained eye, but you never know what customers out there will have a trained eye. It doesn't matter whether it's with flowers or something else, and they spot it and they think something's just not right. Let's see. Now, because I've got that there, that's making me feel like something needs to go there, but that's part of the design. I have to know when to stop. It doesn't mean to say I have to put an equilateral look on either side. No, that's it. That is it. Too much, it won't be right. Putting too much in. Again, you have to know when to call it a day. And I think that's definitely, you know, enough. So sorry about all being disturbed, guys, and also sorry about coming back and forth, you know, to look at it, but I have to, you know, again, I don't want it looking horrible. It's not right. So there you have it. A nice blue and white. I've got glue all over me. So if you enjoyed that, it was a bit of a challenge today. I think I felt it was, you know, considering placement. I got there, I always do. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if you liked it, you know, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe and share to your friends and family. And give it a go. Go and get a basket. I think when I went to B&M that time, they had things like this in there, as well as other baskets, square ones and things like that. So I'm sure they did. Positive. So I'd give it a go. Or even just grab something circular. It doesn't have to be a basket. It could be tin, you know, or anything really. Even a cardboard circular box if you like. And they do work. I've done not many, just odd ones on a cardboard box, and they do work. I've just put a bit of a board behind it for the strength, and it was done. So again, if you like it, please subscribe and share to your friends and family, and leave us a comment as well. So and I hope you have a good day. I've just got odd bits left to do, and I've finished. Early finish for me today because I've got the choir. So can't wait. So yeah, take care everybody, and have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.